bobbling around down there, and here they come. The Howick Hornets bringing it out from inside the 30.
So it looks like Jethro Friend has failed to make the cut to overcome that injury, which means Liam Prendergast will likely play that dummy half role. And Troy, the man we touched on in the build-up to this game, Nick Wilson, making an early charge out wide. Speaking to Sean Clark earlier, the coach of the Howick Hornets, said he's very impressed with the way Nick Wilson has played throughout this tournament. He's been impressed with him for a number of years now, actually. Of course, played for Counties last year. Liam Prendergast now feeds the ball out towards the left edge. Troy Pulipaki. Connor Morris, Dre Roberts. Roberts stands up, steps, brings in a couple of defenders now. A little bit of footwork from the three, there. Looking to get the arm out the back. No one hanging off him. Did he get there? I think he did,
Troy. Bounce that one in.
And we're going to have a try, and it is the opening try of the game to George Edwards. Just stuck his nose through there, kept going, and managed to get his way over the line. So George Edwards opens the scoring. It is the Howick Hornets 4, Waitemata Seagulls 0, kick to come.
It's been a great event, the Sportsafe Nines. Hibiscus Coast, fabulous hosting on down here. And looking at all the teams that have taken part, you know, most of them are still here, sitting in the sunshine, lapping up the football. And it's a good indication in regards to where some of the teams are at as we start tracking into the competition for the Auckland Rugby League, both in the Crown Lift Trucks Sharman Cup and, of course, the SAS Fox Memorial.
So the kick off the bar, which means it remains 4 points to 0, but a fast start for the Howick Hornets, up 4-0 after just 2 minutes, and away we go. Off the boot of Liam Prendergast. It's a bouncing one, a dangerous one. McGregor up in the face there, but well contained by Waitemata, who take the ball forward. Dre Roberts as well, just trying to slow that play of the ball down, looking up at the referee there, seeing what he can get away with. A little cheeky dart there from the 13. La'akulu up on halfway now, Waitemata, as they come out towards the centre of the park.
Great line speed there on the defence from the Howick Hornets, getting up on them, trying to jam them in.
So something on out here on the left.
Yeah, no, that was a bit wishful, that one. I think he did the big Fiji and it went, sort of drifted and went forward.
Did drift a little forward for sure, that one. So play comes back and it's advantage Howick Hornets once again. Howick Hornets, of course, a First Division team who played in the Fox Memorial semi-finals last year, down in Mount Albert before crashing out. And Waitemata Seagulls, champions of the Crown Lift Trucks Sharman Cup Plate Division. So Wilson now gets the set going now. Spread it out to the left. McGregor now into a little bit of space. Young fella, is he going to pin the ears back? It looks like it. The flag's up.
Yeah, no, he put a foot into touch there, and he was starting to back himself. I think he's growing into this tournament. He was a little bit shy, a little bit gun-shy, and as the day's gone on, fabulous-looking rail, that. As the day's gone on, he's certainly starting to grow into the tournament, and he's starting to back himself. Great to see.
He's got a couple of nice tries. He's certainly a big, tall thing, and has finished a couple of tries nicely. But in the meantime, it's back to it, and the Seagulls now trying to work their way out of the half.
Wrestled to the ground there, shown a bit of strength. Didn't want to get up. Yeah.
And he's milked that beautifully because he had his arm around the leg of the defender there, so he's milked the penalty, gets away with it. It was Fainu who's done it, so advantage Seagulls now. They kick for touch. And they'll start this set 30 metres out from their line, so our first time seeing the Seagulls in good ball. See what they got.
I think we're going to see a couple of their big men. It looks like one's starting to shape up now. Here he comes.
Nice work back up through the middle there by Ohila.
Just trying to draw in those defenders.
Head out towards the left edge. Leotoa breaks one, breaks two. Prendergast, a crucial little intervention there from the little playmaker. Back inside now, straight up the middle. But Howick hold firm. It's a good charge there from Matthew Luisi.
Good scramble defence by the Howick Hornets.
Out the back door they go.
Ooh.
He's there. He's crashed over right next to the Sportsafe upright. And it is a try to Akapai or Hila right next to the upright there. And Troy, all about the power. Straight through the middle there for the Waitemata Seagulls. And they get the result at the end of it.
And they needed to reply, so they get some points on the board. And the break's done them the world of good. So it'll be interesting now whether they've got enough fuel in the tank to go the distance.
The kick is good, which means Waitemata take a 6-4 lead. 5 minutes gone here in the plate semi-final. These two teams playing for the right to play the Franklin Storm in the final. And how good is that, Troy? The Franklin Storm in their first competitive tournament, going to be playing for some silverware, and they deserve it. They've played some good footy today, have the Storm.
It'll certainly set them up for the 2018 season in the Crown Lift Sharman Cup. And that'll be a great way to start the 2018 kickoff for that group of guys. And I know that Tuakau Rugby League, Waiuku Rugby League, along with Pukekohe, will be more than wrapped with a great break here.
Prescott
great
now
run.
straight up the middle. Prescott, he's only got one to beat. If he can beat him in the foot race, it's all
Got him.
over. Lovely work from George Prescott. Finds his man looming in support, and it is Jordan Papa who will race around and put the ball down. That is great work there from George Prescott. Got the initial jump on the defence, and then from there Troy had the presence of mind to find his man looming.
And it's always great to have fantastic support play. And obviously, that kid's got a wee bit of gas to burn. And that was certainly an easy try for him, and I'm pretty sure one he'll remember. So Howick, straight back, put some points on the board, and the pressure now back on the Waitemata Seagulls.
Want to give a big shout out to rugbyleague9s.com, the website run by rugby league journalist Steve Mascord. Now they are supporting us this weekend by sharing our live stream out with their world partners. Now these guys help out with rugby league in places that most people wouldn't even think the game existed. So a big shout out to those guys, Steve Mascord as well, launching his new brand with Mascord Browns for all your international rugby league jerseys. He's got it from the Scotland tartan shorts to the Matimaa Tonga jerseys. They've got it all, so give them a look on Facebook and Twitter as well, Mascord Browns.
And that's a little bit sad. Does not go the 10, and Waitemata Seagulls get to restart.
And as you mentioned there, Troy, really not needed at this stage of the game with close scores. All that's really needed is some calm heads here and just stay in the grind. Lacasa, I think it is, takes it forward into the heart. And there are some giant human beings in this Waitemata team. Head back out towards the left now. Nice little dart there by La'akulu.
The big strapping 14's trying to hide out here in the centres, and it looks like it's coming his way.
Looking for a little fella to run at, and fair enough, it's that time of the day now. Big burst up the middle of the park.
Here we come, they're starting to load up. If they pull the trigger on this, it's going to be interesting.
Leotoa looming in support there. Little cheeky dart out of dummy half here from Waitemata, and they're going to go over. And I'd love to tell you who scored the try, but there's no number 9 listed on the team sheet for the Seagulls. So we'll have to use our imagination on that one, but a nice try nonetheless. Troy got out of dummy half there, just spotted up those markers, getting a little bit lazy.
Yeah, and look, it's tic-tac-toe at the moment. Everyone's trading blows with one another. They're certainly in the wrestle. And we've got ourselves a really awesome finals game here as they're finding out, who's going to come out on top.
So a 2-point lead it is for the Waitemata Seagulls as we enter the final exchanges of this half, and that might just be about it. It will indeed. So it is the Waitemata Seagulls who lead the Howick Hornets at halftime in the plate semi-final at the Sportsafe ARL Nines. We'll be back in a few minutes with the second half.
call on our 0508 number, which is obviously a free call number, and give us a brief outline of...
Back, ladies and gentlemen, as the two
where
teams
your
make their
score
way
is and
back onto the
what
field.
type
We're
of
just hearing a final
equipment
message
you've got,
from
and we'll
Mark
get
Miller,
Steve out
GM of
there to do an
Sportsafe.
assessment. After the assessment's done, he'll do a full inspection. With his full inspection,
And a big thank
he'll
you
produce
to
a full
Mark and his
report with
team.
colour photographs and comments and suggestions on remedies, and if something needs replacing, a quote to replace, and that'll be finished to them within 24 hours after the inspection.
Big thank you to Mark and his team, GM of Sportsafe New Zealand. Without their support, a lot of what we do at grassroots level couldn't take place. So major sponsors, Sportsafe, and you'll find their services on www.sportsafe.co.nz. Howick kick-off.
So back underway, and just confirming the earlier try scorer for Waitemata, it was Dom Folumu. He changed from the number 16 jersey to the number 9 jersey, did the sneaky on us. So it was Folumu who scored the try. So back into it we go. And it is the Waitemata Seagulls now working it out of their 10.
No, I'm pretty sure that's good.
So the Seagulls now working their way out. 30 metres out from the line. Going nowhere in this set now. Liatoa at the back. It's going to probably be fielded by Howick on the full, so that's a really good defensive set here from the Hornets. And back they come via fullback Steve Hedawini. Tackled on a good legs tackle there, 40 out, but they're making good yardage here are the Howick Hornets. Nice little swift play out towards the left edge, and they're going to go in, and that is great work there from the Howick Hornets. It looks like it's the number 16, Troy Pulipaki, who has scored the try, and it is indeed confirmed Troy Pulipaki with the try down the left edge there, and just quick hands. Troy caught them short, and the big fella goes over. So the attempted conversion made a whole lot easier by his work centering the play.
This is where a wee bit of mental discipline starts to kick in. So we get to the back end of a long day, and they've just taken a try in against them. Waitemata. That's how it get ready for the restart.
And the kick is well and truly to the left, so 14 points to 12 it remains. Howick Hornets now with the advantage after that try. 2 minutes gone in the second period of this plate semi-final.
Oh.
And it's a tricky one. It's gone backwards so far, and it's all good. And back to it they go now. Fainu takes it forward. Dre Roberts involved in the tackle. Here come the big boys
run
for the Seagulls. Folumu into dummy half. Liatoa takes them up over halfway. Howick doing their very best to slow that play of the ball down. Doesn't like it either. A little dart down the short side. Some footwork from Folumu. Now they've summed it up nicely. They've got numbers here. Do Waitemata. They head back infield, but good scrambling defence from Howick, led by Nick Wilson. And Chapman is contained. Folumu. Liatoa dribbles a little kick through. It's a bit of a clumsy kick, and it's popped up there. But it is going to be Howick Hornets ball on the 20. So good defensive set there from the Hornets. They scramble well to get across and cover.
It's been a right old arm wrestle, and it's gone up and down the field a few times.
Yeah, that's right. A really entertaining game so far, and it's only going to get better, I feel. George Prescott hands it off to Roberts. Roberts goes to the line, plays it. Wilson Wilson beats one. Wilson's still going. Boy, he's had a wow of a tournament. Nick Wilson still going. Chopped down eventually by the fullback.
Great tackle too.
Quick play of the ball needed here. They've got numbers either side. Prescott goes for a little dart. Gets the ball. Was that touched by Waitemata? 6 again is what Howick want, but I think it's going to be a Waitemata feed. Or is it a knock on each way?
Just trying to pick that one up.
Hold there. Wait, Marcus up. Marcus up, wait. Hold there.
And so it is a
Power
Howick
play
ball.
ball, yep.
Prescott into the bottom of the ruck. Look out. Here's Nick Wilson. This time he's met by plenty of defensive attention. Now they set heavy out to the right. Are the Hornets. Prescott. A little bit of pre-contact footwork there by Pulipaki, the last try scorer. Prescott into dummy half. Roberts, footwork. Roberts stands up 1, stands up 2. Eventually taken down right smack bam in the middle of the park. Prescott now looks to have gone into that dummy half roll with Prendergrass off the field. Prescott's going to dart. He's powerful. Roberts heads down to the short side. The ball is loose. It's picked up, and now he's been collected in a high shot. We'll try and catch a replay of that one on our Sportsafe replay just to see exactly what happened there. He certainly felt it.
The option of the grubber going through looked like there was a wee bit of traffic there in front of him, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. So back to the live action we go.
Hold there, George. Wait for the tap, then move. Wait for the tap.
And it is Waitemata with the ball. About 5 minutes remaining in this semi-final. Ball is loose. It's going to be a rake, which means Waitemata now with the chance to kick for touch. And all of a sudden, momentum
You might want
sways
to catch
back
the ball
their way.
here. Somebody might want to catch the ball. No. Here come Waitemata Seagulls. Looking for hard runners, carry the ball up.
So 10 short of halfway. Luisi takes it forward. Falumu at dummy half, darts out, looking to keep them honest. And makes 15 on the run. Prendergrass back on the field, involved in that tackle. Waitemata go right, straighten up through Leatoa. Still driving the legs. That's a good run from the fullback. He's been good throughout the day. And now they look up. Heavy set out to the left. What have they got here? The Seagulls. Breaks 1, breaks 2. The second phase is a danger here. They managed to wrap it up. A good tackle, I think, finished off by Prendergrass. Last tackle. The Seagulls back to the middle. Get their numbers. Ball spilled loose. Waitemata pushing right up on the line now. It's like a rugby scrum. Bodies coming in everywhere, but they're going to hold on. So great defence, Howick Hornets. And Troy, when it gets to this end of the day, the playoffs, so often it is defence that makes all the difference.
Absolutely. And mental discipline, because as we've already spoken about, you know, they've had a long day, these guys, and especially for the big units, you know, being out there running around in the heat, it starts to take its toll. But I think the break certainly did them great. You know, the little half hour as we're getting ready for kick-off, and, you know, like even though there's only 2 points in it, it's still a close game. This is going to go down to the final whistle, I'm sure.
So by our count, around about 2.5 minutes remaining in this one. 1.5 minutes or so. Dart out of dummy half. Prescott there, a little bit of second phase. So Waitemata, if they are to strike
There's
a
a break.
blow, it's going to have to be soon. But I don't think it's going to happen because McGregor is free down the sideline. And I think the Howick Hornets are bound for the plate final. Lovely try there from the young fella McGregor. Gets free on the wing, and from there, there's no stopping him. A big rangy thing. He's got good top line pace. And with the conversion to come from in front, you would assume that's going to be the game. We're now down to under a minute remaining.
Yep, the ball boy's out there giving high fives, so he's pretty confident about how it's all turning out.
So
and a big
Jay
thanks to all
Roberts.
the bull boys. A lot of the young fellas down here from the Hibiscus Coast Raiders have been backing up game on game, so big ups to them.
And that should ice it, ladies and gentlemen. Howick Hornets 20, Waitemata Seagulls 12. We've got seconds left in this one. And the Howick Hornets are going to go up against the Franklin Storm for a right to call themselves the plate champions, the trophy that the Otahu Leopards won last year. Incredibly, they're still going short here. It's a very aggressive strategy from the Howick Hornets. You'd think you just bury that one deep and kill the game off, but Edwards goes short.
There's the final
Here
whistle.
it is, the final play of the game. Waitemata are about to finish their tournament. A little chip kick in behind by Leah Toa. And that will do it, ladies and gentlemen. So the Howick Hornets advance to play the Franklin Storm in the plate final of the Sportsafe ARL Nines. 20 points to 12 over the Waitemata Seagulls. Stay with us. We're about to bring you a championship semi-final between the Otahu Leopards and the Point Chevalier Pirates. We'll be back.